Welcome back, everybody. My name is Marilee Burnett, and I am your tarot reader and astrologer here with the messages for the week of June 19th of 2023. Some good news as we celebrate Juneteenth to kick off the week is the energy this week is a lot more gentle. We have a lot of positive influences going on this week, which will make it a lot less crunchy than it has been. First thing to note is that we have Venus, the planet of love and money and values, entering shadow phase. Now, Venus won't go retrograde until July 23rd, but what happens during the pre-shadow phase is you have an opportunity to pay attention to what is showing up for you in these areas like love and romance, to see what you'll want to be exploring and going in more deeply, more in depth once Venus ends up going retrograde, which is July 23rd. When Venus goes retrograde, it is going to be a period of time where you do not take major risks as far as your beauty is concerned. So think about from July 23rd to September 3rd, not being drawn to do dramatic changes to your physical appearance, for instance, because it would end up being something you would likely regret once the planet starts moving forward again. It's also why we really caution romantic relationships during this time. It is not something to overindulge in, which Venus can be prone to do, especially anytime the planet is activated by something that charges that energy up even more, like a retrograde would, especially when planets change direction. Around those times specifically, you want to be really careful. Now, well known that people come back from the past during Venus retrograde, and if that's the case, you may see people showing back up that were a part of your life in 2015, because that's the last time that Venus was retrograde in the sign of Leo. Not all things that come back are good or bad, right? A lot of times there's just karmic lessons tied to those people or those situations. This could be work related too, right? Because Venus does also rule money. But it's a time to explore. It's a time to look deeper into the situation, try to understand why that person has come back. Sometimes people come back to continue a lesson. Sometimes they come back because the timing was wrong the first time around. But again, don't become overly attached to anything during Venus retrograde periods, because there is definitely something to learn, and you want to give it the time and energy it needs for the whole lesson to unfold for you. Speaking of lessons, we have Jupiter in the sign of Taurus, also in pre-shadow. It will go retrograde right after Venus comes out of retrograde in September. It is speaking in harmony with Saturn that has just turned retrograde and the sign of Pisces. So they're making what's called a sextile to each other. It's a 60-degree angle, which is very subtle, very gentle. So these are two authority figures in the zodiac. Saturn is a very strict and stern teacher. If you work with me, I jokingly refer to Saturn as the Catholic nun with the habit carrying a ruler, and when you don't follow directions or you get out of line, she slaps you on the back of the hand with that ruler, and it hurts. You always listen when Saturn is teaching you. Jupiter, also a teacher, much more gentle, uses spirit and love. It's considered a benefic planet, where Saturn is more malefic. But together, when they're working together, there is definitely an opportunity to learn something, but you have to make the effort. A sextile is so subtle, sometimes we don't even realize it's there. But when you tune in, you have these great mentors to provide you with some really important information on something in this area of your life, your chart, that you want to learn. They meet at 7 degrees of each sign, and the number 7 is a number that causes us to go within and do a lot of introspection. So it's definitely a personal journey, something that you need to learn and understand, and you have the whole week to learn this lesson, as they will speak closely to each other this entire time. So that's a big important factor this week. Another one is the fact that the sun is moving into the sign of Cancer. So we get a lot more emotional, a lot more connected to our feelings, things that are related to the sign of Cancer, or caring and nurturing and motherhood and tenderness and feelings and emotions and expressing them. Wherever the sun goes is what and how we need to be expressing ourselves in order to feel successful. And so there's something about caring for yourself in particular over the next month that will be very important to you. In fact, it might even be fated, because shortly after the sun enters into the sign of Cancer midweek, it starts speaking in harmony with the nodes that are just winding down. It's mid-July when these nodes are going to switch signs. So these are the last lessons that you have of this journey of the nodes through the sign of Taurus. Our values, things that are like Venus, because Venus is the ruler of the sign of Taurus, and the things we're letting go of, the things we're transforming with that south node going through the sign of Scorpio. So we're getting good at it, right? The sun is where we are successful. So there's some fated interaction that could be occurring this week where you achieve a certain level of success related to your feelings, to your family, to your intuition. So be open, be aware, and see all these wonderful blessings that have a chance to present themselves to you as we move throughout the week ahead. All right, so speaking of the week ahead, what we'll be doing is some more healing work, as well as Mars in Leo, speaking somewhat closely to Venus, but still a bit out of arm's reach, I would say, and in a trine to Chiron in Aries, which happens to be the sign that Mars rules. There's something where you're actively pursuing an opportunity for healing. It's a really good time to tackle those old demons, those old scars, those old wounds that, continue to haunt you. With this positive energy, you can take action and heal something permanently. So it's a great time to be taking advantage of that energy as well. All right. Up next are the tarot cards for all signs. And you want to be sure to watch for your rising, your sun, and your moon sign, so that you can get a really good feel for what the possibilities are for the week ahead. Of course, you have to be open to the possibilities. You can't expect that energy just makes things happen for you. It's a give and take relationship. The energy can present itself to you. You have to be paying attention, and you have to be taking advantage of it. So be open, set your intentions for what you want to accomplish this week before you watch the video section for your sign. You might even ask for a sign about a particular area or question that you have for the week ahead. So really engage in this process, and you will find over time it becomes even more applicable to what you're experiencing and what's going on for you. All right, so let's start looking at the tarot cards for the week ahead. Now, don't forget, if you haven't already, to subscribe to my channel. Please give me a big thumbs up and comment, share this with other people. The more people that watch this, the better and stronger the energy gets. All right, let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and cut these cards. Ooh, interesting. All right. We'll get started with the sign of Aries. Aries, you have the Knight of Cups. This is somebody this week that is rushing in to express their feelings for you. So oftentimes when we see the court cards, these are actual people that we will be interacting with in the week ahead. This is the number one. So this person that comes in presents you with this emotional offering is something that will begin something anew for you. So this is pretty exciting. And whenever somebody expresses, of course, feelings for you, it's important that you treat them as genuine and respond accordingly. But they also could just be offering you something that, again, fills you up. It's very positive. It's a very happy, emotional time. So be ready to receive. You have to be open for this message to be able to come in for you, but it comes in pretty fast. Notice the wings on his helmet. These knights move in quickly. That's why they're riding horses. So if you're not paying attention, you could miss it, but should be really good news for you this week. Taurus. I guess our knights are going to be really busy this week. So you have another knight, the Knight of Wands. Now, what I like, you see how there's a different direction. If you were watching Aries, you saw the Knight of Cups there, and it was coming in, and it was somebody that you already knew from the past. This Knight of Wands comes in from the future, and it is coming back to share a message, a passionate message, something that gets you fired up, and again, sends you on a new direction. So it's something that you'll be very passionate about. If you're dating, this is somebody new that you meet that is a fire sign. Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, they are full of fire and passion. Now, the only caution with the Knight of Wands is they can come and go just as quickly, because they're all about fun and not necessarily about longevity. But whatever it is, it's going to be exciting. So you have a fun and exciting week ahead. So enjoy this energy. My Geminis. Gemini. You just have experienced a new moon in your sign, and it's time for you to break free from things and thoughts that are keeping you stuck and trapped. In order for this new beginning to happen for you this week, you've really got to dig deep. The 8 gives you strength, but you have got to break yourself free of this prison that you've created for yourself that really isn't keeping you trapped at all. You are the one that's keeping you stuck and trapped in situations that don't serve you, and you quite frankly need to take this mask off, rip those bandages off, and step out of this little prison that you've created for yourself. And in fact, you see how she's stepping in water? It's just almost like all of the tears you've been crying over whatever the situation is. Everything happens for a reason, whether we can understand that reason immediately or it's years later even sometimes where we look back and go, oh, wow, now I get it. Whatever this is, though, it doesn't deserve your time and attention or your sorrow any longer. So it is definitely time to pick up and move on, and you are stronger than you realize. So don't let this keep you stuck any longer. All right, happy birthday to my Cancers out there for the month ahead. And you have some beautiful energy here with the 10 of Pentacles. So Pentacles are financial. The 10 becomes the number 1. So again, we've got more new beginning energy. And this could be a new job for you. This brings you financial security, brings you a happy and fulfilled family life as a result of this. So the 10 is at the end of the lessons, right, of these pentacles. So it's all the work that you've put in and finally achieving a level of success where you feel really safe and secure, especially from your financial situation. So this is a really great week for you as far as family and finances are concerned, where you're finally feeling really comfortable. So congratulations. It would seem like that sun speaking with the nodes could be bringing you a great job opportunity that pays really well. Up next, we have Leo. Leo, when you see the 5 of Pentacles, it is time to make a change about your perspective where your finances are concerned. Now, there is help out there if you need it, but sometimes the biggest thing that you need to change is your perspective. It's your relationship to money. It's the way you think about it and talk about it and act, and making sure you release any fear that you have associated with money. So the number 5 is about change. So this is an important time for you to really do the work this week. And when you do, the good news is you can change your circumstances as far as your finances go. And you could notice a change coming in pretty swiftly as a result of doing that work. Virgos. So another court card, and this time you are meeting with the King of Pentacles. Now, whether it's work related, somebody you're dating, this is a man who is very well grounded. He is somebody who can be trusted. He is somebody who is faithful. He's very responsible, especially where finances are concerned. So however you're interacting with this person, you know that they're doing very well financially. And if they're sharing advice with you, this is definitely good advice that you can trust. This won't be a flashy kind of guy because he is very grounded and he will move very slowly. So if you are looking to start a romance, this is somebody that will move extremely slowly, but that's a good thing because then you can really take your time and get to know this person very well. If they're offering you a job, maybe the interview process takes a little bit longer than normal because he would be very thorough in his vetting process. But the good news is you are about to be really set as far as your finances are concerned, and there's something important that will happen this week as a result of meeting this person. Of course, it's the one energy, and it creates a new beginning for you where finances are concerned. Libra. Yet another court card, and we're meeting a lot of people this week. So Libras, you are interacting with this Queen of Cups energy, and this is a woman who leads from her heart, who wears her heart on her sleeve, who engages with you on an emotional level. Maybe she is somebody who provides you with some emotional support that you are looking for this week. Again, this is somebody who has no problem expressing how she feels, and maybe you hearing about this woman and how much she cares for you is something that you've been waiting for a long time, and it really helps you heal in some way. So it's beautiful, loving energy that's showing up for you this week. And again, it's the one, and something about this creates a new beginning for you as well. Scorpios. Well, you have some pretty intense energy. When we see the Judgment card, it's a sign that this is a very karmic week for you. So wherever you've been filling up your karmic bucket, you can expect to have your actions judged this week. And hopefully, of course, because you listen to me and my guidance and follow the astrology and do what you're supposed to be doing, and because you've been doing so much work with that South Node going through your sign for the past almost year and a half, that this is the time where you can receive a wonderful blessing. Now, that sun in a water sign is a very supportive energy, and that, of course, is speaking to the South Node in your sign. So there is an opportunity for some karmic repayment to happen. That South Node is also about our karma. So I think those you who are early born in the sign of Scorpio, or early degree Scorpio as far as your rising or your moon sign, may be the ones who see this the strongest, but there is a very big opportunity showing up for you. Now, the number 20 reduces to the number 2. This could be a karmic relationship that begins, and the number 2 is also about balance. So take your good karma and share it with others, and watch it expand even more. Sagittarius. Another court card. So here we have the Queen of Pentacles, and she is much like the King of Pentacles, right? Except that there is a caring and nurturing element that comes through. So there could be a opportunity for this woman to provide you with a financial gift of some kind. This could be a woman who offers you a job, offers you a good business idea or a good business opportunity. All of those things are possible. And she definitely has good, grounded financial advice for you. And she delivers it in a softer and gentler way than the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is very practical, where the Queen of Pentacles gives a little bit more of feeling and expressing herself and softening the message a little bit. But she is definitely bringing you good news as far as finances go this week. This is something new that you'll be exploring and experiencing because of the energy of the one. So make sure you take whatever advice you get to heart. Capricorn. Well, this is a fun card. The Three of Cups says that you Capricorns have something fun to celebrate. And this is energy where we often come together with a good group of close friends that together we have something to celebrate. Sometimes we see this when there's events coming up, like a bachelorette party or birthday party or a engagement party, could be a bridal shower. Whatever this is, you're definitely coming together for something that's really fun and really heartfelt. And if you don't have anything planned, then this is the sign that you should get out there and plan something and invite people to go do something together where you lift each other up. That 3 energy is a very creative energy, so maybe you could plan a fun sip and paint event, or I know, come to a Sip and Stars event with me. Anything that you want to do that lifts each other up and is really emotional, fulfilling type of energy is going to make this a great week for you. So really enjoy that. Aquarius. All right. Aquarius, you receive the gift from God that is the Ace of Swords, which gives you a breakthrough as far as your thinking goes. You could have a big idea that opens up a complete new path for you. You could be deciding to go back to school. You could have some kind of a contract that you're signing. This, whatever this gift is, you do not want to look the gift horse in the mouth, right? This is something that's really important and meant to put you on a new path. So even if it feels a little different or strange for you, which I can't imagine what that would be since you love all new energy that is crazy and exciting and eccentric, but whatever it is, make sure you're open and aware and paying attention so that as this is handed to you, you make sure that you open your hands up and receive it. The aces are always a faded new beginning, and you definitely want to do your part and follow through with whatever this ends up being for you. Now, as a fellow air sign with that Gemini new moon, this is very much tied into that. So take a look and see where that's happening for you. And last but not least, we have the wonderful Pisces energy. And you have another major arcana card here, and you have the moon. The moon is an opportunity for things to come into the light that have currently been in the dark. So this is a good time for you to invite some change in, right? The moon, when it's full, is shining a light so that you can become aware of the things that you need to complete and that you need to let end. This is the number 18 on this card, which adds up to a 9, which is a signification of an ending. So something is coming to fullness for you, something where maybe you've been weighing decisions, right? This is the two towers, two different opposing ideas, the dog, the coyote, the things that are, affected by the moon, the tides, all these things are trying to call your attention this week and get you to pay attention in particular, to your intuition. What is that little quiet voice been trying to say and get you to move on from? Because this is the week to make that happen. All right. As usual, always very interesting kinds of themes that show up. This one, of course, is a lot about the people we're going to be meeting this week. Several of you had court cards. So I think that makes it interesting, and you need to make sure that you're out and about and open to meeting new people to invite these new opportunities in this week. So keep me posted and give me, feedback on how that week goes for you. If you forgot to listen for your sun, moon, and rising, go back now and listen to them again. And try to put a story together of what the week will look like based on all three of those opportunities that you have. So that rising sign is usually what you see most in your physical world. Sun sign is what you know to be true about yourself, but not everybody sees that. And then that moon sign is going to be that emotional fulfillment that is so important to you. So really be open and tuned in each week to these messages, and they will get stronger and stronger the more you listen and the more other people tune in. So thank you in advance for sharing, liking, commenting on these weekly sessions. I certainly do appreciate you. And just a reminder, don't forget to subscribe if you don't already. give me the big thumbs up and a big like. And if you haven't been out to my website recently, make sure you go out there. All of the information for June and July, and I almost have August ready too. It will really help you prepare. July in particular, we've got some really big shifts coming. We'll talk more about that when we get closer. For now, enjoy these next few weeks because they are going to be a much gentler energy and you will notice a difference really soon. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will talk to you all next week and I hope you have an amazing week and let me know how it goes. Bye now.